Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here. I'm back from vacation and I am bringing you all my eBay sales for July of 2024. So yes, I am officially back from Maine. It was a great trip. I didn't get to do any filming, nor did I really want to be honest with you. It's vacation and I kind of just wanted to leave everything that I do in my day-to-day life behind me for a couple weeks. So I did that. It was very relaxing, and it was just great to catch up with everyone from the last year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what I was able to sell for the month of July. All right, so the first item that I would like to share with you all that sold is this awesome Looney Tunes bracelet from 1992. I bought this at a peddler's mall that is unfortunately no longer around. Um, Thankfully, most of the vendors from that mall just moved to the newest location that's literally just right down the road from my house. So that was nice to see that a bunch of people didn't have to give up their booths. Anywho, so I bought this at that defunct mall. I thought I had paid $10 for this. I did end up spending $15, so I doubled or asked to double what I paid for it. And someone did send me an offer for $21. So I didn't make as much money as I'd like. I think I made only like $6 on it, which honestly, I got my money back plus $6, and that's the best way to look at it, in my opinion. And I'd had it. It's like I said, I think I've had this since pre-COVID, so it's been a while. So I'm happy that it finally sold. So this really awesome Flamingo Statue. I bought this at a Finders Keepers. I want to say I paid about $12 for it. Maybe $12 and change, maybe something along those lines. It had to be that in order for me to list it for what I listed it for. And I did sell it for a best offer of $32.40. They could have just left the 40 cents off and I would have been fine with $32. So that was a good return on investment for me. So you all know I am the king of beauty product sales. I love finding cosmetics and beauty products that are worth a little bit of money because you can find them at thrift stores and even in these indoor flea markets and such for most of the time pretty good prices. This I bought for, it was originally I think $6.50, and then the booth was running 10% off, and I got it for about $5.95, and it did sell for full asking price of $24.99. Proactive stuff used to be, I think when it first came out, was something you ordered online or over the phone. Long story short, when I lived in Gaithersburg, when Lake Forest Mall was still open, rest in peace, Lake Forest. There was a little digital kiosk where you could put your debit or credit card or pay the kiosk with your credit card or debit card, and you could buy the Proactive, like the original kit, like the 3 steps. And we tried that for me. I had really bad acne as a teenager, like it was really bad. And it didn't work for me because I didn't really stick to it like I should have. Again, another long story short. So, it was expensive back in the day, and I remember getting the kits because we didn't cancel the subscription, and we canceled the subscription, and I just resold the Proactive sets on eBay, and then I just gave my parents back the money for it. But anywho, keep your eyes peeled for Proactive stuff is what I'm trying to say, because some of it does really well. Again, another item that I have had for quite a while is this Mr. Clean Magic Reach thing. I want to say I bought this maybe last summer, or maybe 2 summers ago, because we went back to Maine, I think in 2022 after the pandemic. So I think I bought this in about 2022. I got it at a Goodwill in Pennsylvania. I think I paid about $5 for it. As you can see, the box is beaten to crap on this thing. But some products they don't make anymore, so people will pay up for them if they really so desire to continue using it, if they aren't able to get it in retail stores anymore. So again, I paid $5 for this, and I believe either I sent out an offer of $24 or the buyer offered me $24. Either way, I made $19 on this piece before fees and everything. Another item that I bought probably in maybe 2022 or 2023 is this Pyrex Snowflake garland casserole dish. I believe I paid about $4 for this. And it did sell for, I think, a best offer of $20. So that's not too bad. I think this was in early July or late June. I think it was early July. Yeah, it was, because it was late June. I'm sorry. It was late June that I visited the Queen City Flea Market, and I also went up to Hokey G's and Bits of Time out in Bedford, Pennsylvania, because it was about a 40-minute drive from there. Anyway, so I stopped in Bits of Time. I love that place. It's almost like it's a mixture of like indoor flea market, antique mall, whole 9 yards. So I stopped there, and there's this one booth where the prices are just great, and she's got everything, like great mixture of everything, clothes, some furniture, odds and ends, and usually I can find some pretty good stuff from her. And this was one of them. This is the Radiant Revive Repair and Release Face Cream. It was new and sealed. I paid about $1.49 for that, and it did sell for full asking price of $24.99. And the funny thing is with her booth is you can go in there and look everywhere and, walk around to the other booths. And then, I just go back to her space, because I think it's a she. Because even if I look everywhere in there, I still miss things. Like I saw this in my second go around. And I even found some other stuff in there too, which hopefully you'll see in an upcoming sales video. Depends on what sells. But that was a good pickup. So I was also, that's right, I also went to Founders Crossing, which is in Bedford. It's basically it's like a very artisan type store, but there's like antiques and vintage stuff mixed in upstairs with all the artisan goods, and then there's downstairs, which has all of the older things. That area, hit or miss, lots of glass and things like that, which kind of expensive, but you can find some stuff in there if you really look. And I was striking out. Like I was looking everywhere to see if I could find something, and just nothing was catching my eye or was a price that I could afford to pay, either for resale or for myself. So I'm in the last row of Founders Crossing in the downstairs area. Not really having any luck finding anything, and then out of the blue I spot these really cool Royal Castle Jackson China restaurantware mugs. And mugs typically don't sell well for me, but for some reason these caught my eye, and I said, what the heck, let me go ahead and look them up. So I paid $6 for both of these, so $3 a piece, and I sold both of them for a combined total of $40. Or maybe it was $37, I think. I'm sorry, it was $37 for both mugs. So that's still really, really good. And I bought a planter that I'm going to be bringing to a live sale this upcoming Saturday. So hopefully that'll sell. And I knew that this place carried a cologne called Innis, Energy of the Sea. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Innis or Innis. I think it's Innis. It just smells really good. I don't know if any of you all have had any of their products. I've had some body wash, and I think just the body wash. I bought that at a thrift store. I ended up listing that because I have so much body wash. Anyway, so I knew that this place sold the Innis Energy of the Sea cologne, and I really wanted some of it. So I wound up spending the $60 on it because I can't find it anywhere around me. I'd either have to buy it online or find some little mini boutique that sells it. So I was happy to be able to get that and, basically have it paid for just with these mugs here. So that was a good trip on my part. Another item that I bought, gosh, how long ago was it? It's probably been within the last year, maybe late 2022, was this Evening in Paris talcum powder and eau de toilette gift set. I think I bought this for about $8 at an indoor peddler's mall. I did have it listed for $24.99. Then I did go ahead and send out an offer for $20, and it sold. So I made $12, and I will take it because it's been around a while. Another item that I picked up while I was in Bedford at Hokey G's was this Saybella Advanced Revital Age-Defying Triple Benefit Cream. This was expired in January of 2020. I did get a 10% discount on this. I was originally $10. So I paid $9 for it, and it did sell. One of them sold, that is, for full asking price of $39.99. So that was a great pickup. So this is the last item that sold before I left on vacation. And funny enough, I think I was packing up whatever had already sold just a few days earlier, because I was running around like a crazy person trying to make sure I had everything ready before I left. And this sold, I think, at probably around 11:30 or maybe even right before midnight, because I put my store on vacation mode, so that way everyone knew who was making purchases from me that it wasn't going to go out till early August, right around this time. But this is something that I've had for a long time. This is a Joseph Originals Christmas tree music box. I got this at the Boonesboro Antique Mall a few years ago, and I believe I paid $18 for it. I didn't get as much as I'd hoped, but I'm happy that I was able to get at least something. So I did pay $18, and I did sell it for $40. So that's $22, I think. Yes, it's $22 profit before fees and everything. So that was the last thing that sold before I went to the beach, and thankfully I was able to get it out before I left. So the other 5 items that sold were things that sold while I was on vacation, and the first thing that was sold is, again, another item that I literally just picked up at the Hokey G's place in Bedford. Was this Le Cruset Stoneware utensil crock. I did pay $7.50 for this, and I believe that this color is called Citrus. And it did sell for full asking price of $29.99. So anytime I see Le Cruset for a good price, I will pick it up. This was definitely the best sale of the month. This is a Fire King Ovenware Purple Tulip Cottage Cheese Bowl. I bought this at the Queen City Flea Market in Cumberland, Maryland, the same time that I went up to Bedford, Pennsylvania on that day. And I paid $3 for this bowl, and I guess the purple one is a hard color to find, and it's caught my attention because it was older. It does have a little bit of dishware damage. I don't know if you all are able to see that, like a little bit of fading to the purple. But I guess because it's such a hard color to find that it was still worth something to somebody. Or maybe somebody broke it. Who knows? I don't know the situation that the buyer was in. But I did spend $3 on this bowl, and I think I paid about $79 for everything that I bought at the Queen City Flea that time. And somebody offered me $70, and I took it because that's still very reasonable for this item. So I couldn't believe it. $3 turned into $70. That paid literally for everything that I bought there. The light switch covers and all that other stuff. Plus, I got a few things also still listed, so you can always check out my store. I've got over 200 items listed if you're interested. So I bought these 31 coin purses, 2 of them. I believe I paid about $2.50 a piece. So I got one in this coral color, and then I also have one in like a green. Same pattern, just like a limeish colored green. And I believe I paid $2.50 a piece for them, and this one did sell for full asking price of $14.99. So back in, gosh, it's probably a few months ago, I was just scrolling eBay, and I like to look at, like vintage Halloween and, anything that I like to collect myself, I'll look up. And I was really on the hunt for one of the hard plastic Scarecrow candy containers. Now, if you all remember, I think right before the pandemic started to swoop the globe, I was in West Virginia at a Goodwill, and I spotted 2 of these guys with the stems on the top unbroken, and I paid $1 for both of them. I couldn't believe it. And fast forward 4 years later, I'm on eBay, and I spot this one along with the guy with the checkered jacket. And that's the one that I really wanted for the longest time, and I was not going to pay what people wanted for them in antique stores. So I went ahead and bought both of them for $40, and because I really wanted the checkered jacket Scarecrow. So I wound up spending $40 on both of them. I was really tickled to be able to win them because I wanted that one for so long. And I had this guy listed like right after they arrived. I just threw it up on eBay and just waited and waited and waited for it to sell. And finally, somebody bought them on, like, I think maybe within the last few days of us being up at the beach. And so essentially you could say I paid $20 for it, and it did sell for full asking price of $39.99. But I was happy that it paid for both of them, so now my checkered jacket Scarecrow Halloween candy container is paid for. So I'm really, really happy with that. And funny enough, he wasn't with all of my inventory like a lot of my stuff should be. I had cleaned my room out because it was just getting to be too much. Again, another long story short. And it was in a bin, and I didn't take him out. And I had just gotten back, and I wanted to get everything packed up that had sold while I was at the beach. And I was freaking out. I couldn't find it. I was like, I know it's here somewhere. I couldn't have gotten up and just walked away. I looked all over all of my inventory and everything and couldn't find it. And then I had to remember, he's standing on top of my headboard, and I was taking pictures of some stuff in my bedroom for a while before I decided I don't want that stuff in my room anymore. And I had just remembered, you threw a bunch of stuff in one bin, and lo and behold, there it was. So thankfully, I was able to find everything that I needed to get everything out, because I was panicking there for a little bit because I couldn't find it. And the final item that I'd like to share with you all that sold from Hokey G's, again, is a body mist spray. It's called Nude by Rihanna. Paid $2 for it, and someone did offer me $24.99 for it. So, I'm sorry, I sold it for $24.99. Full asking price. Was tickled. So, folks, that is everything that I would like to share with you all that sold on eBay for July of 2024. Let me know down below in the comment section what were your favorite sales of this month, and did you have any great sales? I would love to know in the comments. Take care, everyone. I'll see you all in my next video.